From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Afternoon Edition.
And good afternoon, I'm Ryan Yamamoto. Maybe the day after Christmas, but the hustle and bustle of the holiday travel season, well, that's far from over as people now making their way back home. Taking a live look at our Bay Area airports, we're seeing some delays right now. At last check, there's 57 delays at SFO, one cancellation. Oakland is experiencing 33 delays and one cancellation, and 40 delays at San Jose Maneta, but no cancellations. This is what SFO looked like earlier today. Not as congested as just before Christmas, but still quite a few people hitting the skies, although it looks pretty empty right there. The airport says they expect more than 2 million travelers from mid-December through New Year's Eve. That's about an 87% of what they saw during the same time in 2019. And Christmas Day and through the holidays, we saw minimal delays because of airport preparedness and the lack of white Christmases all around the country. FlightAware reporting fewer than 200 cancellations in the U.S. just yesterday alone. Looking live at San Francisco City Hall, while Christmas may be over, the holiday season is still in full swing. The Village Project kicked off their annual Kwanzaa celebration. Festivities are happening right now. That celebration will last 7 days, with each day celebrating one of the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. Today is dedicated to the principles of umoja, which means unity. Also taking a live look outside on this Tuesday afternoon, a spare the air alert has been issued for today for wood smoke pollution. Rain is also on the way, so let's check in with meteorologist Jessica Birch.
Yesterday was a beautiful day for us here in the Bay Area for Christmas, and today it's pretty much a repeat. But once we head into our forecast tomorrow, big changes are on the way, and it could cause some issues when it comes to holiday travel here in the Bay Area. 60s are in the forecast for us today down into the Santa Clara Valley. It's a dry day today, but the rain returns into the forecast tomorrow. That's the big weather story, and it happens in the early morning hours, starting up in the North Bay, stretching its way down into the South Bay as we head into the afternoon hours. So let's actually time that out for you. Taking a look at tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. Tomorrow we see rain chances increase. They decrease as we head into Thursday, and then they increase again for Friday as a new system moves its way in from offshore. Here's what it's looking like tonight heading into the early morning hours tomorrow. By 8 a.m. it starts in the North Bay. It sweeps to the South Bay as we head into the afternoon hours just around 2 o'clock. But look at these isolated storms. For the most part, they're moving in from offshore with some breezy conditions, but they're isolated. So you might need your windshield wipers at times. The roads might be slick at times, but then it dries up as we head into the overnight hours for Wednesday, clearing up just in time for Thursday.
Well, businesses are reeling from a fire that tore through a strip mall in Los Altos on early Christmas Day. That fire broke out at a 2-story commercial building on El Camino Real. That was between North San Antonio Road and Sherwood Avenue. Fire crews are still trying to find the cause of the large fire. Several businesses have been destroyed, but thankfully, no injuries were reported. A section of El Camino is now closed until the building can be demolished. Other top stories we're following today. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has announced his country will expand its ground offensive in Gaza. According to the Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry, strikes on a refugee camp killed more than 100 Palestinians on Christmas Day. There are also reports of intense shelling at refugee camps in central Gaza. Meanwhile, Egypt says it has presented a proposal to end the war, calling for the release of all hostages and prisoners on both sides and forming a new Palestinian government in Gaza on the West Bank. And the U.S. has launched a retaliatory strikes on the military base in Iraq. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin says the strikes were prompted by a drone attack on Monday that left 3 U.S. service members wounded. One of them is in critical condition. According to the White House, the retaliatory strikes targeted 3 locations used by Iran-infiltrated or affiliated terrorist groups. A Florida family now searching for answers after Spirit Airlines placed their 6-year-old grandson on the wrong flight. Maria Ramos says her grandson was traveling alone for the first time, visiting her in Orlando, but somehow he ended up in Fort Myers. When Ramos found out, well, panic set in.
My stomach was tight, my heart was pounding. He said, "Mom, where are you? I don't see you. I got out the plane." I said, "What you mean you got out the plane?" He said, "Yes, I'm here. I land. I'm in the airport." I said, "Give me an adult." He said, "I don't have nobody with me."
Ramos says she immediately drove 4 hours to Orlando to get her grandson, who was still wearing his airline ticket that said Fort Myers around his neck. She said Spirit Airlines offered to reimburse the family for the drive, but she wants the airline to explain how this happened.